green, white, green.
Since returning to democracy in May 29, 1999, after every election win, May 29 is set aside as the day of the inauguration of elected officers from the national and state levels.
To General Olusegun Obasanjo.
May 29 had for a long time been presented as Democracy Day in Nigeria. That was a date when, for the second time in the history of the nation, an elected civilian administration took over from a military government.
So help me God.
May 29 has thrown up very strong criticisms by those who believe June 12 be recognized as Democracy Day, as this was when the 1993 elections, adjudged to be the freest and fairest, was conducted but not upheld by the then military government. The continuous call for the change in date for Nigeria's Democracy Day received a response from the Muhammadu Buhari's administration in 2018 after consultations. The president declared June 12 Nigeria's Democracy Day, and a posthumous award of the highest honor of the land, GCFR, was given to the late Chief MKO Abiola, the presumed winner of the June 12, 1993 cancelled elections.
Marking the formal official federal government recognition of June 12 as National Democracy Day. The decision and this event is not meant to be and is not an attempt to open old wounds, but to put right a national wrong.
Nigerians again gather at the Eagle Square in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, for the inauguration of a new administration. Even though the presidency had announced that the celebration would be low-keyed, there was still the glamour of the event with colorful displays. President Muhammadu Buhari and his vice, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, were re-elected into office for a second term of 4 years in the general elections held in March this year.
Announcing the arrival.
The vice president arrives first, accompanied by his wife.
Professor Yemi Osinbajo, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, accompanied by his amiable wife, Her Excellency Mrs. Osinbajo. They've just been received by the Commander Guard Brigade. The
vice president, the former Senate President Bukola Saraki, the former Speaker of the House of Representatives Yakubu Dogara, and the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria all line up to receive the president. Also on the line are the service chiefs and the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress. The motorcade announces the arrival of President Muhammadu Buhari to the Eagle Square.
The arrival of the special guest of honor, the reviewing officer, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic.
President Buhari is received by the Commander of the Guards Brigade and moves to receive the salute of the Guards Brigade. The acting Chief Justice of Nigeria swings into action. He makes his way to the podium to carry out his duty of administering the oath of office. As the norm, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, steps up to take his oath first.
Yemi Osinbajo.
Yemi Osinbajo.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will be faithful.
That I will be faithful.
Bear true allegiance.
And bear true allegiance.
To the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
To the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That as Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That as Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I will discharge my duties.
I will discharge my duties.
To the best of my ability.
To the best of my ability.
Faithfully.
Faithfully.
And in accordance.
And in accordance.
With the Constitution.
With the Constitution.
Of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law.
Of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law.
And always.
And always.
In the interest.
In the interest.
Of the sovereignty.
Of the sovereignty.
Integrity.
Integrity.
Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Well-being.
Well-being.
And the prosperity.
And prosperity.
Of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
It's the turn of President Muhammadu Buhari, who's also accompanied by his wife. He goes through a process he's all too familiar with.
I, Muhammadu Buhari, do solemnly swear. That I will be faithful. And bear true allegiance. To the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That as President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I will discharge my duties. To the best of my ability. Faithfully. And in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I will not.
That I will not.
Directly or indirectly. Communicate. Or reveal to any person. Any matter. Which shall be brought under my consideration. Or shall become known to me. As President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Except as may be required. For due discharge. Of my duties as President. So help me God.
Next is the ceremonial lowering and hoisting of the national and defense flags. The old flags are taken down and handed over to President Muhammadu Buhari by the commander of the Guards Brigade, who in turn receives new flags for hoisting.
This day, 29 May 2019, on your inauguration, I hereby present to you the national and defense flag for retirement, Your Excellency.
Flags being handed there to His Excellency, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari.
This signifies the commencement of a new dispensation. Then, a 21-gun salute in honor of the new administration. Unlike past inaugurations, the president did not make an inaugural speech. That speech is said to be delivered on the 12th of June, which is now the nationally recognized Democracy Day.
Of a new dispensation and the 21-gun salute, the mass band and parade and the guards on parade will take position properly, preparatory to going into the next segment of this very auspicious and historic, unique occasion of the 2019 presidential inauguration ceremony.
Simultaneously, the inauguration process is carried out across states where governors are elected. 11 new governors are sworn in, while 7 are returned for a second term in office. Kogi State in the North Central is the only state where the governorship election did not take place. It's a massive crowd in Kaduna State. The governor and his deputy are sworn in to continue in office.
In the hard tasks that lie ahead.
In his inaugural speech, Governor Nasir El-Rufai admits that the challenges confronting the state are numerous and enormous.
Ours is the government of everyone who lives in Kaduna State. I call on every resident of Kaduna State to join hands with us in the hard tasks that lie ahead. Back in March 2019, we all made our democratic choices and freely expressed our preferences. Whatever our partisan affiliations and however we might have voted, we are all compatriots and fellow citizens. It is time to put politics aside and work together in the urgent task of improving the lives of all our people and keeping them safe. Amidst so much poverty, division is an unaffordable luxury. My fellow citizens, ladies and gentlemen, let us unite in a common endeavor to make us a state of peace and concord, working to promote equality of opportunity for every resident. Let us cherish our diversity while embracing equal citizenship, the rule of law, and respect for the lives and livelihoods of all who call Kaduna State their home.
His counterpart in Katsina State assures residents of the state of improved security and development after taking his oath of office.
In spite of these outstanding challenges, we remain poised to forge ahead with our determination to take Katsina State to the next level. We are resolved to continue to explore all avenues, engage with all critical stakeholders, and work with the private sector to ensure the consolidation of the gains of the past 4 years. This administration will continue to expand opportunities for private sector participation in boosting our economy in order to create more jobs and close the existing social inequality gap among our people.
In Kano State, thousands of residents stormed Sani Abacha Stadium to witness the swearing-in ceremony of Governor Abdullahi Ganduje. It's been a controversial 4-year term for him. In his acceptance speech, he declares free primary and secondary education for school-aged children in the state, promising to subsidize tertiary education for Kano State indigents.
In the area of education, in line with our earlier position in my victory speech, government will make basic and post-basic education free and compulsory to all citizens of Kano State, while on the other hand, tertiary education will remain highly subsidized. In the same vein, education today is declared free at all levels for the physically challenged persons, including tertiary institutions.
For the governor of Niger State, he will be raising the bar in the standard of governance by paying attention to improving the quality of health care, education, security, infrastructure development, and social welfare of the people.
We will work diligently to enhance the security of lives and property, strengthen institutions of law and order, and provide a level playing field for every Nigerite to harness his God-given talents to contribute to the development of our dear state. As I often say, I may have won the vote, but it is you, the people, that have won the election.
Muhammadu Yahaya, Ahmadu Fintiri, and Professor Babagana Zulum are new in the bloc. They are first-time governors. After taking his oath of office, Governor Muhammadu Yahaya of Gombe State says his administration will focus on human and infrastructural development, just as his counterpart from Adamawa State gives an assurance of never to disappoint the people's expectations of him. Adamawa State has been one of the worst hit states by insurgency.
Let me assure our people that we are aware of the last-minute massive employment into the state and local government services. We are equally aware of the reckless award of contracts embarked upon recently. We have also been alerted of the massive illegal disposal of government properties. We know of the irresponsible carving out, allocation, and sale of plots of land to cronies. We know of all the atrocities being committed. Be rest assured that we shall take steps to address all illegalities. Perpetrators and illegal beneficiaries will be held to account. In the meantime, all appointments, contracts, and allocations made or entered into by the state government and local government councils from the 10th day of March 2019 to date are hereby suspended.
The governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Zulum, who takes over from Kashim Shettima, declares his intention to make security a priority. Borno State has also been pounded for many years by insurgency.
Our responsibility is to focus on security. There are no two ways about it. Section 14(1)(b) of 1999 Constitution, as amended, emphatically put those the security as welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. I strongly believe and uphold this tenet. There is no gainsaying the fact that insecurity has been the major impediment towards our development in the past decade. It disrupted public services, eroded institutional capacity, and hampered infrastructural development. It isolated communities, disrupted markets and trade links, and generated flow of enormous refugees. Without means in war, security of life and property remains the most fundamental thing we require in our lives today. As a government, we embrace the national and regional security architecture designed to encounter the insurgency in the state and sub-region. We will not relent in building and institutional and human capacities of the security operatives to ensure sustainable peace and security tranquility in the state. As a matter of urgency, we will forge a close collaboration with the military, civilian JTF, and vigilante groups in order to complement the efforts of the military in meeting of the security challenges immediately.
Governors of Plateau, Benue, Kwara, Taraba, Jigawa, Nasarawa, and Sokoto states also take the oath of office. Everyone struggles for space in this tightly packed stadium as the incoming governor, Bala Mohammed, arrives in a motorcade. The people had voted out the PDP government in Bauchi State, ushering in an APC administration.
There is no better way to thank you than to reiterate my resolve under good guidance to provide leadership that will restore your confidence in government, place food on your table, secure the lives and properties of all of you. And I promise I will do that because of that deep sense of gratitude that I have with you, for you. I want to assure the teeming millions of our party faithful that our government will not shortchange you. This is your government. You will drive it, and you will enjoy the ride.
What you have seen is, of course, we have put all our differences aside and put the state as one important cardinal reason why we have all come around.
Residents of Bauchi anticipate good governance that will benefit all citizens.
The new executive governor, he will help the youth in the state and the women and entire the people of Bauchi state in order to create new job opportunity to us and give us scholarship in order to continue our school here and other countries in the Nigeria.
From the southern region of Nigeria, 11 states participate in the March 2019 elections, and the winners of the governorship poll witnessed the formal inauguration into office. The southwestern states of Lagos, Ogun, and Oyo will see first-time governors taking the oath of office with the usual pledge to uphold the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for the good of the citizens.
I stand here to ask that you join me to script and fashion this great Lagos with creativity of our minds. Let the ingenuity of our hands, the sweat of our labor, and the compassion that resides in our hearts be committed to this common goal.
The returning governors of Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Delta, and Cross River states in the South-South region are sworn in for a second term of 4 years in office. It's not a new path for them.
For us, progress is a journey to the mountaintop of shared security and qualitative improvement in living conditions for all our citizens. Therefore, even with the progress we have made over the years since 1967, it seems today that we have only risen to the foothills of our collective aspirations. Our task is therefore not yet done. Neither is our mission in governance accomplished until we fully and comprehensively deliver on the vision of our founding fathers and the promise of statehood by building a state that offers equal protection, freedom, and opportunity for everyone, irrespective of background. A state where our people will move up the social, economic, and political ladder on the basis of their hard work, character, and affinity with the people, not on the basis of their connections or privileged background. A state where everyone will have enough for themselves and cater for the needs of their children and families with relative ease.
For the southeastern states, it is a mixture of returning and new governors in Enugu, Ebonyi, Abia, and Imo states. With the large crowd of supporters in attendance at their various state capitals, the governors take the oath to uphold the tenets of the Constitution with a view of bettering the lives of the people.
On my part, I will continually strive to make Enugu State a citadel of peace and inclusive governance. Enugu State is one big family, and no one will be left behind. Politics is over. Governance takes the center stage. And all hands are encouraged to come on deck, irrespective of age, party affiliation, social status, in order to make Enugu greater. We are open to ideas that will add value to the lives of our people. There is work to be done, and we need the right people to do the job. I welcome you all from all political divides and shades of opinion. Let us join hands and get the work done. It is now time to walk the talk. I invite you on board as we set sail in earnest. Let us push forth, trusting in our God, with Christ as our captain. I have no fear that we shall sail safely and steadily until we bet on the shores of 2023.
The inauguration's over. Citizens are now curious to see how well these governors will pilot the affairs of their various states, with the hope that things will turn for the better. From improved infrastructure, economy, to every other critical sector that impacts directly on all Nigerians. Not only in the states, but also at the federal levels.